Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Miz TV Total Football, and welcome to your post-match reaction. Real Madrid won, Al Hilal won. Boy, oh boy, what a game. I was absolutely entertained, and you know what? Al Hilal deserved to win. Al Hilal are not a joke. Real Madrid got away with that right at the end. If anything, the referee tried his level best. The referee was trying to scam Real Madrid to a victory. How he gave that a penalty, which we're going to talk about down the track. Never a penalty for me. Never. If the player wasn't even looking. The player had his hand out for balance. He wasn't even looking at the player behind, and the Real Madrid player literally just came in and smashed into his arm, and the penalty was given. I can understand, you know, thousands of Real Madrid fans in the stadium. It was packed. It was a packed house stadium, all Real Madrid fans, predominantly Real Madrid fans. And I get it. Maybe the referee wanted these Real Madrid fans to go away with something, but nah, justice was served. Ya Rabbi, he's looking. The Saudis are being looked after by Ya Rabbi up above. And Bono, thank you so much for at least making sure that Al Hilal got away with 1 point. But look, ladies and gentlemen, from the get-go, Al Hilal, I have to say, I mean, new manager. A lot of people are saying, Miz, what's the difference? Al Hilal's got a new manager, and Xabi Alonso is the new manager for Real Madrid. Why is there such a vast difference? Why can't Real Madrid play with so much freedom and so much, authority? Well, Xabi Alonso is coming over, obviously new manager, and he's got a couple of new faces. He's got Trent Alexander-Arnold, new face. He's got Dean Huijsen, who I like to call as Dean Hussein. Should have played for Al Hilal, would have gone nicely, Hussein. And then there were a couple of other young faces that Real Madrid had. So Real Madrid had a couple of, notable new faces and important, faces in their lineup. So I can understand for Xabi Alonso, it will take a little bit of time. You can't just sit there and go, oh my God, look at Simone Inzaghi. Look, he's already finding the tune with Al Hilal. No, Al Hilal, that set of players, we're going to look at the lineup very, very soon. That set of players that Al Hilal had, they've been around together for at least 12 months, if not more. Ruben Neves, and they've got a lot of quality. Neves, as you guys remember from Wolves, they've got Milinkovic-Savic, they've got Malcolm, they've got Koulibaly, they've got a lot of good quality players. Jacques Cancelo, Bono, and some of their Saudi-based players are very good as well. So it's a different thing. Simone Inzaghi is coming into a team that have been together for a little while, so you can build on that chemistry. Whereas Xabi Alonso, a few new faces, and the chemistry could be a bit, will definitely take a bit of time. But look, from the get-go, ladies and gentlemen, Al Hilal were all over Real Madrid. Real Madrid obviously get themselves that goal first up from Garcia, which was a bit of fortuitous finish, but lovely counter-attack. But prior to that, it was all Al Hilal. If anything, Al Hilal thankfully did go to halftime 1-1. They got that penalty, and it was rightly so. That was a penalty. Asensio fouling. I think it was Malcolm he fouled, and then never stepped up and put that goal away. If anything, at halftime, ladies and gentlemen, Al Hilal should have been at least 3 goals up. At least 3. They created some gilt-edged chances, especially the brother. We'll go through the stats very, very soon. There's one particular player, this guy, Al Dosari, he got into really good areas inside the box on the left side. And I think he was the one that scored against Argentina, right, in the World Cup. He definitely got into some very tasty positions to put Al Hilal in a commanding position. Milinkovic-Savic also had a chance earlier on before Real Madrid went into a 1-0 lead. Leonardo as well in the second half had a glaring opportunity inside the box, and he shot it over the top. So look, Al Hilal, ladies and gentlemen, are not to be messed about, and I'm so happy in this Club World Cup they're showcasing that Al Hilal, they're a level, they're a certain level. We're going to come back to that, stats and whatnot. I just want to say one thing about Al Hilal. A lot of people have been disrespecting and saying, these guys would be nothing in the Premier League. Al Hilal, look, in Europe, take away the best of the best sides. Al Hilal up against some of the mid-range teams, they'd probably beat most of those teams. And even in the Premier League, I'd say they'd at least be better than mid-table or at least mid-table in the Premier League. They're a good team, Al Hilal. Very, very good team. And now Simone Inzaghi is there. I'm pretty sure they're going to get better. So overall, the Saudi Pro League, it might not be as bad as we might think in our background. Do you know what I mean? Like we might be thinking, oh, this Saudi Pro League, no quality. No, Al Hilal's got quality. Al Ittihad's got quality. Al Ittifaq has got quality. Al Nasser also has some form of quality, but I think Al Hilal is the best out of them all. Al Ittihad is also very good. So now let's get back into this picture again, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look at the stats. Al Hilal 48% of the ball and Real Madrid 52. So it's more or less even Stevens. Expected goals, they're giving Real Madrid 2.63. I mean, yeah, sure, fair enough. But Al Hilal had good chances as well. Let's not sit here and just pretend that Al Hilal didn't have any good chances. 19 shots from Real Madrid. Look, I'm not going to lie. They did have chances. Of course they had chances. But for me, I feel like Al Hilal definitely deserved a victory. At a bare minimum, they definitely deserved a draw, which they ended up getting. 4 big chances created for Real Madrid and 2 big chances created for Al Hilal. And this was, ladies and gentlemen, the lineup. We got to see Trent Alexander-Arnold. A lot of the attack was coming from Trent Alexander-Arnold's side. Al Hilal was looking to capitalize over there, especially Al Dosari. He was trying to hone in on Trent Alexander-Arnold. Look, as Real Madrid develops, I'm pretty sure everyone's going to be seeing what Trent Alexander-Arnold's going to bring to the game. I thought the best player was probably Rodrigo for them. Vinicius Jr. had a stinker and he was cheating. He was diving, got himself a yellow card for that dive, which was rightly so. Bellingham I barely even noticed, to be honest. And the rest, look, it is what it is. It was lackluster. Xabi Alonso's got a lot to work with, a lot to work towards. But yeah, Al Hilal, ladies and gentlemen, honestly for me was very, very good. Bono saving that penalty. Koulibaly was strong as well. Overall, their structure was good. The way they defended, the way they, whenever they went on a transition, the way they moved from defense to midfield to offense, they looked very good. It's just they didn't put away their chances. Milinkovic-Savic, very good player for them. Neves, very good player. Malcolm. So look out for Al Hilal, ladies and gentlemen, in the rest of the Club World Cup. I think in that group, I think they've got Pachuca and Salzburg. They should be able to take care of. But yeah, now we want to talk about that penalty. I am so happy. That Valverde missed that penalty. Absolute injustice it would have been if Real Madrid ended up winning that game. I know stats say otherwise, but believe me, we watched the game. Al Hilal definitely deserves something. How that was a penalty, I mean, the Saudi player, the Al Hilal player, literally had no idea who's behind him, just had his hand out for balance. And the Real Madrid player looked like he ran into his arm and it was given. I just found that whole refereeing so abysmal, so pathetic. I'm pretty sure the referee gave in to the crowd and the pressure of all the Madrid fans. But thank you, Bono. Thank you, Bono, so much for saving that penalty and making sure that injustice wasn't happening in this game. So Bono is a very good goalkeeper, very underrated and very good on the feet too. Not just a great shot stopper, but very good on the feet. So look, ultimately, at least Al Hilal go away with 1 point. They'll be very happy with that. But somewhere along the way, they must be thinking that, shoot, probably missed out on 3 points there. But I do expect them to proceed and go into the next stage and be number 2 at least in this group. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Al Hilal won, Real Madrid won in this match. How did you see it? Did you think Al Hilal deserved something? Or did you feel that, no, Real Madrid deserved to win? Or maybe the draw was the right result? Let me know your thoughts. Smash up the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, take care. See ya. Bye.